Let's talk about the exam date itself. Yeah, from the night before the exam, the morning of the exam, journey to the exam center, at the exam center, post exam. What are the tips you want to tell your juniors who are aspiring to come down that process? Yeah.
For me, especially, my center was very far off from home. It was about maybe 35-40 kilometers away from home.
What?
Yeah.
40 kilometers from home.
My center was about 40
almost
kilometers
2 hours
away.
journey.
Yeah. It took about a 2-hour journey. So I had to get up very early on that day itself. So I made it a point to sleep as early as possible the previous night because I knew I had to take that time
Long
to
journey.
travel. Because I had to leave early. In the case that I reach late, it's going to be a problem.
Did your parents go and see the center the previous
No,
day?
No.
Oh, you knew the center?
Yeah, my dad knows the center. So
there's no problem about it.
No.
So it was very far away. So you went to bed early?
Yeah, went to bed early. And as the stress part, of course, you will be stressed. It's the biggest exam you've been waiting for, at least for the past 2 years. So I feel the last day, I did not study much. I just went through small points which I might have forgotten. I just kept calm. A lot of music that day. I listened to a lot of music.
The day before?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
So I just paced myself, calmed down, spoke to my good friends, made sure I'm calm.
Happy conversations.
Yes,
you had positive
definitely.
Conversations.
Yes,
okay.
yes. Anything to just make sure that I'm not stressed. I felt really good before the day before the exam.
So went with a positive frame of mind, not with a worried frame of mind. Yeah, wonderful. At the exam itself, any tips and tricks? I guess you go to the exam center early, you wait for an hour or 2 hours before the paper.
Very early. Very early. Like the exam starts at 2, right? I reached at 11. I was just sitting there for 3 hours, just nothing.
How do you keep yourself occupied?
I honestly don't know. When you're that stressed, time it doesn't matter to you. Okay, like I was just looking at the clock, the hands started moving very fast.
Yeah.
So you can't talk to each other, right?
No, we are not supposed to
You
talk.
don't even know anyone there.
So. It's a whole new set of children there, yeah? So you're just sitting over there. Did you do meditation? Did you do breathing? Did you sleep? What did you do?
I slept.
You slept, yeah? How long did you actually doze off?
I not completely sleep. I closed my eyes and slept off. Though I was conscious, some like 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
More like a meditation, yeah? You're aware of it and you're sleeping like a yoga nidra, okay? And that made you fresh. Yeah?
It clears your mind. Think of nothing. Someone was mentioning, think of nothing. It's just sleep.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I was counting the window bars.
And how many were there?
Huh?
How many were there?
There were actually 12.
12. And you kept counting it over and over again?
Yeah, no, like whether the same window has the same number of bars like that.
The bar.
Yeah, and I spoke to the invigilator. The invigilator was really kind. And he gave his personal water bottle to me because I was very dehydrated on that day.
You're not allowed to take water, right?
No, we are supposed to. I took a...
Transparent water. Oh, you took a flask so they kept it outside.
No, I actually took a transparent one, but that was not white in color. So they took it away.
So you had to have white, clear,
bottle. Something like a Bisleri bottle.
Bisleri bottle. But that's very important. You need to have water. Otherwise, you're going to be dehydrated in 6 hours.
But even then, in my center, they said, yeah, we'll allow water. As long as it's transparent, we'll allow. But the moment we entered, the security took everything away.
Yeah, exactly.
It basically depends on your center. You can't predict anything. Whatever.
The checkup was very bad that day. I think we've gone through 4 or 5 security guards just before going into the room.
Yes,
like an airport.
But what can you advise your juniors given this experience? Anything that you can advise?
Keep all your necessary documents in hand, like Aadhaar card,
hall ticket,
hall
2
ticket,
photos.
everything. Definitely.
Keep it handy and ready.
Keep it handy and make sure that you don't have to like rush back for anything because they don't let you out of the
once you enter inside.
college. Yeah. So bags are left out, but you have to go and you can't come back out. So that's very important.
Transparent pouches allowed?
Transparent pouches are allowed.
In your documents in a transparent. The last thing you want is hold in your hand and you drop it somewhere. Then there's added anxiety. So transparent pouches allowed.
But then again, they'll open it. They're very messy over there. They'll open it, they'll throw everything down and then they'll check it and then they'll not put it back also. So that's why.
And then transparent water bottle.
And during the exam, they come to take the thumbprint. I was worried I would get it on my OMR. So wipe it off.
Oh, you got the ink on your...
2 times, I think. During the exam, they used to come and
they
disturb.
put the thumbprint on the end.
That you're the same person who did the exam. You're not gone for the bio break and someone has come in your place. So they take the thing. How about the exam itself? About answering, did you do biology first, physics next? Half an hour, then have 1 hour in the end to come and do the easier part. What is the strategy you all used? And each of you may have different strategies.
Well, I started with bio.
Bio first. How many of you started with bio? Everyone. Always. Bio first. No doubt. Okay.
Yeah.
And finish all questions.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer. Okay.
Then I did chem, then physics.
So depending whether you're strong or not. Your strong subject was chemistry or physics? Second
It
subject
depends on the paper.
on the paper. So others, which is your strong subject?
For me, bio, chemistry, physics.
So you went by your strength.
Yeah.
Bio is the strongest, then chemistry, then physics. Is the same order you
Same
also
bio,
use?
chemistry, physics.
So your strongest best and your worst subject last.
Not
Time
necessarily.
Ah.
Physics takes more time than
Yeah,
chemistry.
physics takes
even
about
though
1.5
it's
hours
easier.
in general.
Chemistry also a lot of factual questions you'll finish quickly.
Fast, even though it's harder than physics. Like that.
So whether harder or not, time-wise, chemistry will
Time-wise.
take later. So save as much time as you can. So biology, chemistry, all of you all did the same. Biology,
Yes.
chemistry, physics. No one changed. So that's a universal formula I can tell to my NEET children. Biochem, physics is the mantra. Okay, wonderful. Then while doing it, do you answer one question, bubble one at a time, or you do 10 questions and bubble 10, or you do the whole section? and
Attempt
bubble
the whole paper,
and
then bubble.
Then take your time to bubble.
Isn't that risky?
Actually, it is,
I thought
but
that was risky. So I attempted each section and then bubbled.
Because my fear is this, while bubbling you miss one and it shifts, then the whole paper is gone.
Yeah, no, that comes with practice. Once you practice enough times, your eyes will keep darting along
Yeah,
the
on
number
the
and the
question.
bubble. And
So you mark it on the question paper. You're marking your option on the question paper.
and then bubble everything in light.
But don't they have a rule that you can't put any marks on the paper?
No.
There's
For
only-
NEET, you have
for
to.
NEET, yeah.
Because they don't
Okay.
give rough papers also.
And it's not that the person sitting next to you
Can
does
see
not
what
have
you're
the
marking.
same paper.
It's all scrambled. the
They've
question.
they've changed the number of the questions and all.
And the
that.
order of the
Order is
options also
different.
they've
Yeah,
changed.
and the paper is very clumsy. You can't solve. Like, it's very, like, how did
Yeah,
I?
it's very compact.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
very
free space.
compact. Yeah. So, like that, I lost a lot of marks. Like, I missed the points and all. In physics.
So calculation space
Yeah,
was
for-
not there and you're not
yeah.
able to finish it over there. Okay. Did you also do one whole section in
No.
bubble or
I
one
did
question bubble?
question bubble.
Question bubble, question
I
bubble.
actually found at the hall, I mean, no offense to all of you, but the invigilators were telling those children who did once
Section.
answering and bubbling that they were missing on a lot of questions with limited amount of time.
Hmm.
Because you have answered the question, you put all your heart and soul into that question,
It's not transferred there.
it's
yeah.
not transferred there. So it's very risky.
And it's happened in the past that you assume the clock is proper or something, but the guy comes and takes a paper 5 minutes earlier. He has his own clock, he has his own bell, there's a central bell which is different from the classroom bell. And then 5 minutes early, guy pulls away a paper, 20 questions that you get a bubble, you not yet bubbled. So the students out there, my sincere advice, please don't wait to do the whole paper and bubble it. Kindly, every question is my ideal choice, or 10, 10, 10 you do, or you one page you finish and you transfer the thing. Be systematic about it.
You do section wise also. You can still save half an hour after the OMR is done to solve the questions you couldn't do. So you still have time so that don't snatch away the paper.
Okay.
Like there are some questions you can do, but you can't waste so much time on it.
Correct.
Or assertion questions. I left all the, I marked them, but I didn't mark it on the OMR. Like I need to think on it
It's
again.
doubtful. It's
Yeah.
doubtful. So
Those
you know
questions I
it may
didn't
be
mark.
B, but then
Yeah.
you didn't bubble it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like bio and all the assertion statement and statement questions. I just left
I'll
them.
come back.
I'll come back. So last half an hour, you go back to them again, think over it again, and do it.
And then bubble it.
And all the main questions are already marked in the OMR.
The ones that you know
Even
for
if
sure.
they take it early also.
The ones you know for sure are already marked
Already
over there.
marked.
So your point is don't wait till the end to bubble it section wise, but what you know for sure, bubble it off. What you don't know, mark it as I'm going to come back, and then you have the last half an hour to come back, check those, verify those, and transfer it over there. Okay, very nice. Any other tips and tricks?
People know this, but you don't fixate on any one question. If you don't know the question, don't just fixate on it. But despite knowing it, they still end up doing
Becomes
it.
the ego hassle.
Yeah, because
How
they're
dare
like,
that
how can
question? I
not
got to
know this
answer it.
question? I've solved so many questions. This is not. I can't. That's not like I
Not
can't
solve
do
it.
this. So, despite that, people tend to lose out on so much of time. And as everyone knows, time is the most important aspect of
The
any
exam.
exam
Correct,
for that
correct,
matter.
correct.
Not only NEET. But don't fixate on any one question. Be it physics, chemistry, bio. Be it your favorite subject, least favorite subject. Finish everything that you know properly.
And then come
And
back
then
to
come
these
back to
questions.
With-
So fixate, you mean if it's going to take more than a couple of minutes, don't waste
Definitely.
time on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Highlight it and go on. I can do it, but then come back later. Huh?
And sometimes with a different approach, you may get the answer the next time. Like after
Correct.
doing the whole
Mine
thing.
is fresher, it's different, it
Yes.
comes back over there. So revisiting is a good idea there. Okay,
And
good.
the most crucial thing is you should know that every question, whether hard or easy, are all for the same marks. You won't get any brownie points if you do a harder question.
Yes,
You
yes.
still get the 4 marks.
So be smart and
Yeah.
don't break your head on the very tough
Solve the
questions.
easy ones,
Yeah.
you still get the same. You won't get any extra or less marks.
Then go back if you want,
Yeah.
if time is there. Make sure the easy ones you've got in your pocket. Yeah.
One mistake I made was that I spent a lot of time listening to the examiners in the hall. One thing
Before the
is-
exam?
Exactly. No, not like during the exam. During the exam, they'll give the paper and start
Gossiping.
Yeah.
Oh, gossiping.
Yeah, they
Instructions,
used
so
to. No, like there used to be 2 invigilators in a
Per room.
class, and they start gossiping in between.
That's distracting.
Yeah.
But you're saying the instructions also.
The instructions, first of all, they're all misleading. They only don't know what to say, and then they'll make us do everything wrong. So my advice would be to actually solve the paper. Don't listen to what they say. You can do that in the end. They'll say you can't do in the end, but you can do it in the end. There's nothing wrong.
Meaning filling up your name and all you can do there? No.
We can actually do it in the end.
So after the time bell is over, what do they come and pull out anything, or they don't pull out anything?
No, they don't
They
pull out
ask you to
anything.
keep it there. Like they are not so like snatch it away. We won't let you pass. No, they are cool only, right?
Okay, so they will not let you. They let you bubble also.
No, not that kind.
They will make you put down your pen,
Pen.
Yeah.
but you have to be sitting and not saying
Talking.
not a word.
Hmm.
You have to just sit and do nothing.
And 5-10 minutes will take before they take the sheets.
It will take time.
But then if I want to add something by OMR on my name and all, I can.
No,
or
you cannot.
So
They
you
would
can't do
they would
it.
say don't do anything. If
Okay.
you they would prefer if you don't do it.
Just put your pen down. We are sitting over there. So you can't do anything after the time is up. Okay. So the bubbling has to be done at the start. Your names and other things. Yeah, you can't make a mistake. They give you that 20
But you can't
minutes
waste
extra for
time
that.
listening to them. It's not common sense. It's a decent office type application. You'll know name, put name. That's all. You don't have to listen to them.
Listen
That's
to
what I
them.
did.
Yeah, actually, even me, I wasted my initial 20 minutes listening to them.
And that also changes your mind space.
Yeah,
More than
correct.
anything
Give the
else.
paper late also, so you can't afford to waste time like that.
And practice the exam for 3 hours.
Hmm?
Not 3 hours, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Practice for 3 hours.
3 hours.
And practicing mock tests of 3 hours is hypercritical. So you get used to that home setup and follow up with that.